So, good evening and welcome to NXTGEN Season 12. It's round number 11 of the Group A Tourers. We're here at the Oulton Park Foster Circuit, the smallest of the layouts for Oulton Park. And also one of the most interesting for action. Not a lot of overtaking opportunities here. Very narrow road. Is going to be difficult for those at the back to make their way through. Speaking of the back, it is a top 4 reverse grid as you watch Fraser go off at Druid's corner. Top 4 reversed here at Oulton Park today. Which means that Scooby G will start last, Slider Gas will start second to last. Lots of people having issues coming out of Druids actually at the moment. And there goes one of the... I think it's not Tim. Who is that in the Mercedes? Might be Tim. No, that's Tim there. Ah, he's at 82. Yeah, so I guess second to last. Jamie F430 will start third to last, and Jack will start fourth from last. So the current point standings are as follows. Scooby G leads the championship with 152 points. He is followed by Slider Gas 28 on 139. Jamie F430 follows with 129 and Jack T53 Synopsis on 126. Fraser is on 121. Omega, who's unfortunately pulled out of the championship, is on 109. Whitford Zero is on 107. With RS Jim on 98. One High Mofo is on 72. Looks like he's not here tonight. Shockshaft on 71. He's then followed by Cam 123 Diz on 64. Edu on 62. Adam Morris on 53. Tim is having a few issues there. Boy Raxer is on 43. Tim is on 31. Mirago Slide on 26. Royston on 23. Envoy Extreme on 18. Caesar 82 is on 15 with Ginge on 12. Now, this man can win the championship. Scooby G can win it tonight. With a round to go. He needs to outscore Slider Gas by 10 points and lose no more than 3 points to Jack, and just outscore Jamie. Just make sure he doesn't lose anything to Jamie F430. That will win him the title tonight. He needs to be 22 clear after tonight to win the title. And the points system uses 21 for a win, 18 for second, 15 for third, 13 for fourth, 12 for fifth, 11th for sixth, 10th, 10 for seventh, 9 for 8th, 8 for 9th, and so on down to 1 till you reach 16th place. Pole position also gains an extra point for the championship standings. There are currently 5 drivers mathematically possible here who can still win the title, this man being one of them. Fraser currently 5th in the standings, only 31 behind Scooby. He's going to need to take a lot out of Scooby here. He needs around, well, to be honest, he needs 10 points out of Scooby today to stand a chance of potentially being there for a championship win. But he's currently doing a good job of it. He's on pole position at the moment with a 1 minute dead 0.8, and that is someone in the background. Yeah, that is who I thought it was. It was Jack Team 53 Synopsis doing a few laps to get himself into the correct position for the start. And Fraser goes quicker on this lap again. 1 minute dead 0.220. Whitford is currently second in that Sierra Cosworth. It's a good effort with a 1 minute 1.1. RS Jim 1 minute 1.5. Boy Rexar 1 minute 1.8. Caesar a 1 minute 2.6. Shockshaft a 1 minute 3.2. Adam Morris a 1 minute 3.6. And then we're into the reverse grid candidates at the back of the pack. So it's only Fraser here who can gain a point in the championship running. I will have some live points on the go to make it a little bit more interesting, just to let you guys know how everything is shaping up during this race. 8 minutes left in the session. There's a lot of laps these boys can do. There's RS Jim going through Old Hall Corner. See if we can find someone. Boy Rax, there's a good person to go on board with normally. On board with the BMW E30 then. Come across the line up towards Old Hall Corner, a late apex corner. You want to turn in later than you would normally. Clip the curb on the right hand side. You just clipped it a bit too much, turn it a bit wide out of Old Hall. You come down the avenue and into this flat right hander of Denton's and then into the Cascades. So the slightly shallower angle than normal. Into this 90 right hand green right hander, very, very tight, easy to run wide on. Out towards Knickerbrook, pretty much flat right hander. It is flat. There you go, up Clay Hill. Again, a flat left hander over the crest and into the water tower, which would be flat. It is normally flat, and then brake into Druids, a double right hand apex corner, very quick. And you go down towards Lodge, which is the final corner pretty much of the circuit. A hairpin right that goes over the crest. You've got to watch out for the back end to step out through there. Through Deer's Leap, this flat left hander. Stay to the left hand side to get the closest run. And across the line. One minute 1.8 currently for Boy Raxer. That's in 5th place. Where is Tim though at the moment? There's Scooby, there's Tim. Let's cross the line. No, he's not, he's still in the pits. Tim, you might want to come out of the pit lane, mate. There it is, BMW. May want to come out to the track, claim position. There's Shockshaft currently in 7th, 1 minute 3.2. A bit of time to find you. Morris is up into 4th at the moment with his Audi. Fraser goes through Old Hall, down towards Denton's in the Cascades. As Fraser comes down to the Lodge on his current attempt. A little bit wobbly. Fraser back in trying to kick out over the crest of Lodge as he goes through Deer Leap. Won't go any faster this time around. Whitford in that Ford Sierra. As he enters Druids. Not very quick actually on the exit there. He's just running a bit too deep. And that will be the lap over and done with. Up to the line, yeah, and as thought, he doesn't go any quicker. But right now, Fraser will be adding a point to his tally. If it stays the way it is, and again the back end becoming loose over the Lodge Hill corner. It is quite literally just a little crest, it's just causing the back end to step out. Luckily he's catching. Let's see how Jim's Nissan behaves out of Lodge. A lot easier on the throttle, but again the back end trying to kick. Trying to lay that power down. Adam Morris's Audi, this will be an interesting comparison. It looks a lot more stable as an Audi. Could mean better things for Audi runners in the race. So the line goes currently third fastest at the moment, Adam Morris. Whitford not far behind him actually. Only 0.044 between Adam Morris and Whitford. Whitford doing an amazing job, as is Boy Rexa and Caesar. It's all in rear wheel drive cars. Very slow actually, yeah. Comes Boy Rexa into the 90 right out of the Cascades. Back end trying to kick as he lays the power down through the rear wheels, through Knickerbrook. Someone's off. As he heads up towards Druids Corner. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. That's an Audi hitting the barrier. Going screaming across the other side. Smashing signs up the left, right and centre here. Yeah, here comes Boy Rexa up towards the line. Doesn't go any faster. That was Slider Gas having a good, interesting moment. Tim's not come out of the pits yet, which is not good news. As Fraser comes down to the Cascades for his latest attempt. 2/10 down there on his best. And that he's going to go round at the bottom of Cascades. As he now tries to find a gear. Turns it around. We'll use the alternate layout. We'll have one more attempt though. RS Jim coming down to the same spot that Fraser just came through. RS Jim across the line. Doesn't go any quicker. He'll have one more attempt here. Caesar 82 coming across the line now. So yeah, having a big moment. Here comes Tim reversing on the track. Having a bit of issues trying to finish off this lap. No time set for Tim. It's finished. RS Jim's going to be the last man then. He's the only one that... Oh, and he spun it coming out of Lodge. Yes, into the wall. A little bunny hop. Game over for RS Jim. So the qualifying is Fraser takes pole position and a point. Followed by Jim, Adam Morris, Whitford, Boy Raxer, Caesar 82, Shockshaft, Jack TM53 Synopsis, Jamie F430, Slidergas, Tim, and Scooby G will start at the back. So here we go then, the penultimate round of the series for season number 12 here in the Group A's. Penultimate round, who's going to get the best start? We're underway here at Oulton Park, and that's a good start from Fraser. He's off the line very well. As he now heads into Old Hall, Whitford having a look behind on RS Jim is not quite going to work. Adam Morris is going to get around the outside though of Old Hall. Caesar having a bit of a moment, and that is Jack with a phenomenal start up into 5th place. He's got Shockshaft right behind him, a little tap, and Shockshaft round at the Cascades. More collisions behind with Caesar and Boy Raxer. That's Jamie off at the bottom of Cascades as well. Sliding gas up into 7th. And Scooby in 10th place at the moment. Looking around the outside of Caesar at the water tower. A little bit of contact is on the grass coming up into Druids now for the first time of 25. Scooby has to back out going into Druids. He'll stay in 10th. But Caesar looking very wobbly on the exit of Druids. Scooby's going to look around the outside of Lodge Corner. Not quite going to do it. But Fraser does lead, but he got RS Jim coming down the inside of him at the Old Hall corner. Job's good for Jim, although he's slightly lost the rear end a little bit there. Oh, a bit sideways from Fraser. He'll save that though. As they go into the right-hander. The end of the Cascades. Jack now looking at Whitford for a position. Is not quite going to work. There's Jack currently in 5th place. Jamie in 6th at the moment. Slidergas is in 7th. And Scooby G is down in 9th right now. At the back, Tim has Shockshaft behind, gradually catching him. It's a little bit of a battle here going on for 6th between Jamie and Slidergas. This part of the championship battle right now, live points would suggest Scooby would leave here with an 11-point advantage. RS Jim now starting to pull away from Fraser. Adam Morris currently in third, Whitford fourth. Jack is right on the back of this tail. Currently he would end up 22 behind Scooby G. Should put him in the picture. He needs another point now. And another point he would get if he was to get up into that fourth place. So look at this battle then. Slider Gas and Jamie F430 on board with the number 2 Audi into Old Hall. So we now come down towards Denton's and the Cascades for the fourth time of 25. Into the right hand at the end of the Cascades. Through Knickerbrook, and Slider Gas can't find a way past just yet. Into Druids they go. And Fraser looks to have taken the lead. Yes, he has. So Fraser now leads at Oulton Park from Jim. This is about to turn into a 5-car battle for the lead. This is getting crucial for the championship. This would mean Fraser would only be 17 behind Scooby coming out of Oulton Park and towards Nordschleife. The round number 12, the final round, is at the Nordschleife combined in the Sierra Cosworths in wet conditions. And that looks like Jack's managed to pull off a move on Whitford in the background at the bottom of the Cascades. That's a brilliant move from the Nissan man. That puts him 21 behind Scooby right now. As he heads through Druids, he's now going to go after Adam Morris. Jim having a little look towards Lodge Corner, not quite going to do it this time though. Tim's at the back now with Shock Shaft there. There's Scooby. He's not really catching Boy Rexa. He is gradually getting there, but I think catching Boy Rexa and passing him, two completely different things. Back with the battle for 6th though, and Jamie still holding off Slider Gas. As they head down to the Cascades for the 6th time. Into the tight right-hander. These two need to work together here. For the most part of this race, they need to try and claw back as many points as possible against Scooby. At the front though, on board with Jim. Down towards... Oh, he's having to defend here from Adam Morris, who's looking around the outside of Lodge. It's not quite going to work for Adam Morris though. That will allow Jack to gradually close in. The more points Jack can get here, the better he'll be. If you do have any opinions whilst watching this, do comment on it. Be interesting to see what your thoughts are during this race, as we keep an eye on the championship contenders. One of them is leading this race, Fraser, who would currently on the live point system be 17 behind Scooby, which would jump him up into 3rd place. And that's someone off in the background. I've got a feeling that could actually be... No, it's not Tim. Who is it in the background that's gone a bit wide? I think it might be Whitford. Sees it's had issues. Yeah, Whitford's had an issue there. So Jamie and Slider Gas both move up places. Into 5th and 6th respectively. Currently puts Slider Gas just 10 points behind Scooby G. Thank you. So at this point, Sliding Gas taking 3 points out of Scooby. At the front though, Fraser still leading. Adam Morris has got past Jim. Jim has a bit of a slide through Old Hall. That could allow Jack to have a good run. On board with Jack Team 53 Synopsis as they go into the Cascades. Oh, I think he might have been tempted with the lug. Jim has a bit of a slide coming out though. Luckily able to put the power down quite quickly actually from that. Through Knickerbroken up towards Clay Hill and the water tower. Very limited overtaking spots at the moment. Running a bit wide there for Jim. Jack's on him as they head into Lodge. Look for the switch back, he's not quite going to get it. Behind out, we're on board with the championship leader, Scooby G, as they head into Lodge Corner. And that is Jamie. Jamie's had an incident at Lodge, he's spun the car by the scenes of it. That'll put Scooby G up into 8th place. Sliding Gas now in 5th. But Scooby's off. Scooby's off at the Cascades. Jamie couldn't. Look at that. Yeah, just a bit of contact between Jamie and Scooby, sending them both off at the Cascades. Not helpful for either or's championship hopes in these closing races. Back up near the front though, we look at some spectators. Fraser still leads. Jack now trying to get back on the back of Jim and Adam Morris. Jim's gone down the inside of Adam Morris. Not quite doable. Had to back out of it. Sliding Gas looks like he's set for 5th place right now. Through Druids. For the 11th time, the top 4 covered by just over a second. And they all comfortably fit in the frame of one camera. Scooby has Jamie right on his tail at the moment. This, currently, Jamie would be out of the championship picture, but he's gone down the inside of Scooby G into Lodge. Good move. Can he make it stick as we go through Old Hall? Yes, he can. A fantastic move. And that would just about put him in contention. 22 points to Scooby now for Jamie as it stands. Back at the front though, and Anna Morris is under attack from Jim as we come into Lodge Corner for the 12th time. Anna Morris able to get the power down, but here comes Jack. We've lost Tim. Tim has retired from this race. Jim goes wide. Jack's there to try and take the position as we come down now into Denton's. And move complete by Jack Team 53 Synopsis. That puts him in the podium positions now. That's going to help his chances at this championship. Still mathematically right in this. He's had a tough year, has Jack. Constant bad luck at the starts of races. He drifts it into Druids. But at the moment, it's Fraser who leads. We're at the halfway point at the end of lap 13. Just 12 more laps to run here at Oulton Park Fosters. And it's gonna be tricky for everyone. Jamie running in a decent position early. So he made a mistake through Lodge, and that's cost him dearly at the moment. He's pretty much scraping the barrel. But right as of now, Scooby will not be wrapping up the title tonight. He will have to wait for Nordschleife. As Fraser comes into the Lodge corner. The top four just spreading out a touch. Boyrax are getting caught here by Jamie at a fairly decent rate of knots here. 1.8 seconds taken out of Boyrax by Jamie on the last lap. They're slightly wider from Jamie. There's not as much grip out there. Coming towards Old Hall for the 15th time. Have a look what you'll see from that Nissan. On board, we're going to go down towards Denton's. Job done by Jamie F430 into 7th place. That gives him 10 points from this round. Head up over the crest. Towards Roots, he's absolutely dropped Boyrax and that BMW. And Boyrax has got to go careful because Scooby is coming up on him fairly quickly. And comes Adam Morris through Cascades. Trying to hunt down a Caesar off for a spin on the inside. Anamora is looking to get involved here in this championship picture, because Fraser currently leading in the championship fight. At the moment, as it stands, he'll be 17 behind Scooby going into Nordschleife. Down to Lodge corner. No attempt from the Audi man. But what sort of traction has he got coming out of Lodge? Through Deersleep they go. Up towards Old Hall. Not a good enough traction bite. Down. Through Denton's and into Cascades. They've got lap traffic ahead of them, and I think that's Whitford. It is Whitford, so Jamie moves up a place into 6th, and Scooby also moves up into 8th place here. Just not ideal for everyone else. For every place Scooby gains here, the easier it will be for him to take the title at Nordschleife. At the front though, the top 3 covered by less than 7/10 of a second. As they head to the Cascades for the 18th time. Jack biding his time, he knows he needs the points here tonight. He won't try anything stupid. But the more points he gains here, the better it will be for him. Further back, and we have Scooby G on the back of Boyraxa as they head up towards Druids for the 18th time. Good run, clips the back of Boyraxa. That ruins the run going into Lodge. Now at this rate, Whitford is coming up to them as well. Boyraxa just not quite on the pace in that BMW round here. But Whitford in that screaming Sierra. And down, looked like he almost lost the back end. He did lose the back end through the Cascades. He's all over the grass for the 90 right after. Scooby G looking all over the back of that BMW. This is going to be his best chance. He's got to get out of Druid and he's got to get the clean piece of tarmac here. He looks to the inside, coming up to Lodge. This for 7th. And that is 7th completed for Scooby G. Another point on the board. That puts his gap to 11 to Slidergas. Jamie will be hanging on by a thread on 22 behind. Jack would become 21 behind with Fraser 19. It would take a bit of a miracle right now for anyone other than Slidergas to challenge at Nordschleife. Unless something dramatic occurs. Back at the front, and Fraser now starting to pull out an advantage. He's 1.3 ahead of Adam Morris. So we look at building. With Jack a further second behind Adam Morris. This is crucial times for Jack. He needs to try and get that second place. He, at the moment, 21 points behind the leader of Scooby G. That will basically mean he needs pole, win, and Scooby G to not finish at Nordschleife. Jack runs a bit wide through Old Hall. Get away with it though. As they head through Cascades. It's 22nd time. Fraser's gap is coming down because that's a good time from Adam Morris. A 1 minute .771. And also Jack a 1 minute .709. So whatever happened to Fraser, he's lost all of that advantage. And that is not ideal for the Skyline. Be fair to say, if he loses the place to Adam Morris, he'll be all but out of this championship. As he crosses the line to start lap 23. I don't see Scooby G getting Jamie. Jamie's not going to get Slidergas, and Slidergas is not going to move up any further either. It's all about this top three. Now whether Adam Morris can potentially take a win here. He's gradually closing in on Fraser. as is Jack. They're starting to ramp the pressure on the Renault Esports finalist this year. Jack doesn't want to battle too hard here with Adam. Maybe on the last lap, but right now he wants to catch to the back of Fraser. Does have a glance coming up towards Lodge, thinks better of it though. Has another little look, he goes down the inside, he slides it there. Has a good look, has he got a run now, coming out of Lodge and through to his leap? No he hasn't, he'd have to sit in behind. This will gain him a crucial 3 extra points if he can pass Adam Morris. This is the penultimate lap. Adam Morris runs a bit wide, here comes Jack's chance as we come into Denton's. Can't quite capitalise on it. Through Cascades, and Jack is right on the back of Adam. He's gone wide onto the grass. And he's now lost a place to NXTGEN. This will put Jack out of the championship picture going into Nordschleife. One slight mistake, the back end just coming out of it through the Cascades. And that could be Jack's championship up in smoke. Adam Morris still trying to hunt down Fraser as Caesar gets out of the way. Because of blue flags, Fraser starts the final lap here at Oulton Park. As Caesar has a bit of a spin there. Use the reset, get going again. And Jack's off again. And yet again is the Cascades. Can he stop Slider Gas from getting past? Yes, he does. So Slider Gas will not benefit from that from Jack. Although he is right on him. Boyraxa disconnects. It's a big shame for him, but here comes Slider Gas down the inside. He's hit the side of Jack. Jack's gone off a Druid's. Slider Gas has spun around. We'll keep going though. But at the front, Fraser will take the win at Oulton Park. A fantastic drive from the Skyline man. Adam Morris will come home in second. NXTGEN third. Jack Team 53 Synopsis will come home in fourth place. Slider Gas letting him past after belting him off the circuit. Jamie will take 6th place, as he can't spin his Skyline. Scooby G will take 7th, which puts him in prime position for the championship next week. Whitford 0. There he is, he'll come home in 8th. Shockshaft, who's just ahead of him, will come home in 9th. Caesar 82 in 10th. So, Fraser does win, followed by Anna Morris, NXTGEN, Jack Team 53 Synopsis, Slider Gas in 5th, Jamie FL30 in 6th, Scooby G in 7th, Whitford in 8th, Shockshaft in 9th, Caesar 82 is in 10th. Tim will be retired in 11th, with Boyraxa disconnecting from the session. As far as the championship is concerned, Scooby G will lead into Nordschleife by 11 points from Slider Gas. Third will be Fraser, 19 points behind the leader. Jamie FL30 will be the last man who can potentially take the title on 22 points difference to Scooby. Jack, unfortunately, he is out of the Group A championship running. Big shame for Jack, now out of the running, but join us next week for the finale at Nordschleife. Yeah, very unfortunate there, Benji. Very, very unfortunate. But next week is Nordschleife. It's the finale. Join us next week for that finale. Can Scooby G wrap up the title at Nordschleife? It's the 40 Sierras only. It's going to be a wet race. It's going to be one of the best finales for the season. But next up is the modern touring cars in about 10 minutes time. They'll be around the Oulton Park Island circuit, but join us for that one. But from the Group A's here at NXTGEN, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening.